Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive into something kind of universal today? We're talking about kids and those tricky social situations they get into.
It's such a big one, right?
It's huge, and I think, honestly, whether you're a parent or not, understanding this stuff is just valuable for navigating while being a human.
Absolutely. I think we often underestimate how complex those interactions are for kids to learn.
Yeah, totally. It's easy to forget that. So, you came to us with these notes, 5 tips for guiding children through social challenges, and I gotta say, it's like the cheat sheet every parent needs.
Well, and I'd argue not just parents, but yeah, let's unpack it.
Perfect. Okay, tip number 1. Listen to their concerns. Seems pretty straightforward, but I feel like we don't always do this well, even as adults.
Right. And, it's more than just hearing the words. Kids, they need to feel truly heard, validated before they're going to be open to any guidance.
Totally. I'm guilty of just jumping in with solutions like, oh, they took your toy, just go ask for it back.
But think about it. If you went to a friend with a problem and they instantly started telling you what to do,
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
right? So instead, try reflective listening.
Hmm.
It sounds like you're really frustrated that he took that toy without asking.
Just acknowledging it.
Exactly. It builds that trust, and honestly, it helps them process their own emotions, too.
Okay, that's huge. Okay, what's next on the list?
All right, tip 2, teach empathy and kindness. And this one, it's big, especially in, well, the world as it is these days.
For sure. But easier said than done sometimes, right?
It's not just about saying be nice. It's about giving them the tools to actually understand different perspectives.
So, like, instead of don't be mean to your sister, it's more about,
Exactly. How do you think it makes her feel when you say that?
mm,
Helping them step outside their own experience.
it's like that whole thing, treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. Golden rule.
Mm.
And role playing can help with that too, which leads us to
Oh, right. Tip 3, role play different scenarios. Okay, this sounds like we're getting into some serious acting chops.
a little bit. But seriously, it's like a dress rehearsal for those tricky social situations.
I love that. So what we're talking, like if a kid's nervous about a play date, we act it out beforehand.
Exactly. Or how to handle a disagreement with a friend, or even just joining a group of kids who are already playing.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I still feel awkward sometimes walking into a room where everyone's already talking.
Right. So if we can give kids those tools now, less awkwardness later.
Practice makes perfect. Okay, tip 4, encourage problem solving. I like this one a lot.
It's about empowerment, right? We so often want to jump in and fix everything for our kids.
Oh, 100%. It's hard to resist, though.
Right. But by letting them figure things out, even if it's messy, we're helping them build that confidence and independence.
So it's more about guiding than dictating. Instead of saying, well, you should say this, it's more like
What do you think would be a good way to handle it?
giving them ownership. Love it. Okay, last but not least, tip number 5.
This one feels like the umbrella over all the other tips. Be supportive.
So true. Kids need to know that no matter what, they've got someone in their corner, bumps and all.
Exactly. A safe and supportive environment, that's the foundation for them to explore, take risks, and, learn from those inevitable mistakes.
Because let's be real, they're going to make mistakes. We all do.
Part of the process, right. But if they know they can come to us without being judged, they're more likely to actually learn from those experiences.
So true. This has been amazing. So much to think about. And, it really strikes me that these tips, they're not just for kids, are they?
Not at all. Empathy, communication, problem solving, these are lifelong skills.
It makes you wonder what the world would be like if we all, adults included, approach our interactions with a little more of that kid-like, openness and willingness to understand.
It's a beautiful thought. And who knows, maybe by teaching these skills to the next generation, we can learn a thing or two ourselves along the way.
Now that's a deep dive takeaway if I've ever heard one. Thanks so much for this. I feel like we've all got some work to do.
Anytime. Always happy to chat about this stuff.
And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.